How did I get here?
I don't know.
What am I doing here?
Do you know you're on Fox right now?
No, I don't know. I was just sitting around in our studio, and suddenly I ended up here.
I think we muscled you up here against your will, but now you're here, you have to answer some of our questions.
Go for it.
You really think that you can just do this hope and change thing on Kamala? You think people are going to buy that?
I think people are pretty excited about Kamala Harris. This is like the most excited convention I've seen. I've been to conventions since 2004.
Were you at the RNC in Milwaukee? That was pretty hot.
I was at the RNC in Milwaukee. Little cocky.
Little
People were
cocky.
a little cocky there.
Well, that's because we didn't really know who we were running against.
Yeah, you guys had it wrapped up.
Yeah, we thought we were running against Biden.
You were figuring out, how big the electoral landslide was going to be.
Yeah,
now everyone's getting a little nervous.
Yeah, no one's nervous. Everybody knows it's going to be close.
Trump seems a little nervous.
I don't think you know anything about Trump. But do you really think that you can just take Kamala and just make her the hope and change candidate? You can just do this with any candidate? Because she was very unpopular like a month ago.
I think if you look at the polls now, she's pretty popular. And I think that it's a pretty close race. I think she's maybe ahead by a point or two, but I think this is always going to be a close race. And, she's going to have an opportunity tonight to talk to the country, to lay out her vision, to talk about why we don't want to go back to Trump. And we don't want to go back to the 10 years of Donald Trump in our lives, just whining and complaining about everything all the time.
Well, he's complaining because you guys are throwing him in prison. I'd complain too. No one wants to go to prison. So
shouldn't break any laws now.
Favreau, let me ask you a serious question.
Mm-hmm.
Is she going to do the Fox debate, Kamala Harris?
She's going to do the debate they agreed to on ABC.
But why is she afraid of coming on Fox? Your guy, Obama, he went on Fox a lot.
Well, they're going to do the ABC debate. They're going to do the NBC debate in October.
Is that confirmed?
They said that in a debate. They said that in a statement that they were going to do the NBC debate.
Right,
yeah.
So we have these debates locked in.
Mm-hmm.
What is she running on?
What is she running on? She's running on a plan to bring down costs, a plan to make sure that we have the fundamental right to choose in this country, protected for everyone.
How is she going to bring down costs, and why isn't she doing it now?
She's going to build 3 million homes, incentives to build new homes, and
what about the
first-time home buyers.
That's the number one issue.
$25,000 credit for first-time home buyers is pretty good. She's going to do a child tax credit, so that up to $6,000 for families.
Okay, so she's spending a lot of money. That's what got us into this place.
You know who wants a child tax credit? J.D. Vance, your friend J.D. Vance. He likes it too. It's a good idea.
Yeah, but he's not into the $25,000 check to go buy a house.
It's an incentive.
That's not how you bought your house.
It's
you
an
had to
incentive.
work for it.
It's an incentive. That's a lot of first-time home buyers are working their asses off.
All right,
and they can't buy a house.
They can't get to buy a house in the Biden-Harris administration. But seriously, how is she going to do this? Your guy ran on, I'm going to get out of Iraq. I want health care reform. Those were concrete issues.
Yeah.
What is she saying?
A third of women in this country right now are living under a Trump abortion ban. And I think if Kamala Harris wins and we get a Democratic Senate and Democratic House, she's going to sign into law a guarantee that every single woman in America will have a guaranteed right to choose. I think that's a pretty big deal.
Okay, so it's going to be an abortion. I get that. That's going to be big. I definitely understand that.
Yeah. I also think that for economically, Trump gets elected, he's going to do another tax cut that goes mostly to rich people, to billionaires like Donald Trump.
Okay.
And she doesn't want to do that. They don't.
I know you guys.
You don't need another tax cut. I don't need another tax cut.
I definitely
Why do we need a tax cut?
I definitely need a tax cut.
Come on.
Hey, it's my money. I earned it.
You look good.
I earned it.
You don't need another tax cut.
Not as good as you. Not as good as you. How different is Kamala from Biden?
How different is Kamala from Biden? I mean.
Yeah, but you're saying because you're laughing because she's a woman and she's an African American woman
and she's younger.
Okay,
and
but besides all that,
from a different place. Well, look, she's put out plans last week. She talked about plans to go after corporate price gouging. Didn't
Biden do that?
Biden, no, not the plan that she proposed, that she's going to have the FTC go after corporate price gouging. She's also going to have this home buyer's tax credit. She's also going to build these new homes. She's also going to extend the child tax credit. She's going to do a lot of stuff.
So she's to the left of Joe Biden.
No, there's a lot of stuff that Joe Biden wanted to do, but he couldn't do because the Republican Congress was blocking it. He would have passed the child tax credit. There was a vote.
Why didn't he do that when he had the House and the Senate?
There was a vote just a couple of weeks ago to extend the child tax credit, something that J.D. Vance and most Republicans want to do. They didn't want to do it because they thought it would help Joe Biden, and now they think it's going to help Kamala Harris.
Were you happy with Kamala not competing for this? Did you want a more competitive primary?
Well, no one else challenged her. It was an open process, and then within 48 hours, all the potential challengers said
it was a 48-hour process.
Yeah, they all decided not to run.
Okay, so you're happy with Kamala Harris?
Oh, very happy.
So, because Obama said he liked Kamala because she was the best-looking attorney general. Is Is that why he likes her?
10 years ago, he did say, or 20 years ago now, yeah, he said that she was good looking. Yeah, he did say that. But he's pretty proud of her. And he was, you know what he said in his speech Monday night? When the homeowner crisis happened and there was a homeowner settlement, she, out of all the AGs in the country, she pushed the Obama administration harder than anyone else, even though he's a Democrat, even though she was knocking on doors for him in Iowa, to make sure that homeowners who were defrauded by big banks got their money from that settlement, because she's really tough as an AG.
We like to push Obama in many different ways.
I know you do.
Do you think Kamala's a moderate, or is she a progressive?
I think she's a mainstream Democrat.
Because before you said a couple years ago that it was laughable that people were calling her moderate.
I said that?
Yeah, you said it right here. I have it right here. Flashback. Former Obama speechwriter. Hilarious. Some media outlets calling Harris a moderate.
She's
right there.
she's progressive, right? She's like a Democrat. She's not like center of the spectrum. Like I said, she's a mainstream Democrat.
So mainstream Democrats.
Those are progressive Democrats.
Far left.
Yeah, not far left. What do you think is far left?
Well, I think
you think giving tax cuts
is far left.
Tax cuts to the middle class is far left? Do you think
I love tax cuts.
Secure borders and a pathway to citizenship
This is not a secure border.
Do you think that giving every woman a right to choose is far left?
No, I think she's far left when you look at her record on
What part's far left?
On police, on drugs.
What's her record on police? You think
she's
funding
for bail
the police?
reforms.
You think funding the police?
She bailed out rioters. One of them got out and raped and murdered somebody. I think that's far left. We agree to disagree. John Favreau, my mother loves you. Thanks for coming on.
Tell your mom I said hi. Tell her to listen to Pod Save America.
I will.
Okay.
Pod Save America, John Favreau.
This theme of this convention, a lot of it is about freedom. You have criticism of Governor Tim Walz and how he handled COVID-19. Obviously, you took criticism about how you handled COVID-19, that there was a real crackdown on people's businesses and how they dealt with things.
Yep.
How do you say that that was freedom?
Well, I mean, in health, wealth, and education, states like California outperform states like Florida. They lay claim to be freedom states, even though they're banning books, banning speech in the boardroom, in the classroom, banning women's rights, the right to choose. I mean, you want to compare or contrast, pretty easy. We believe in bodily autonomy. We believe in the freedom to love, freedom to go to school without fear of being gunned down. We care more about our children than the National Rifle Association. I'll take this debate head on any day of the week on freedom. And don't forget, I was doing ads a couple of years ago on this saying, how in the hell are we losing the debate on freedom? And with respect, during COVID, Donald Trump himself was out there promoting a lot of these policies, supporting this policy. I don't think that. I know that because I was working.
He was not supporting.
Hey folks, the Democratic Party is the party of freedom. It is the party of freedom, and Republicans, as much as they want to try to claim the word, they cannot, because they want to talk the talk, but they don't want to walk the walk. Democrats are protecting fundamental freedoms across the country, and Republicans only want the freedom to give big tax cuts to corporations and their wealthy friends. That is it, and I love Gavin Newsom appearing on Fox as he always does, calling out the MAGA lies every single day. We were going to keep doing that on New York Democrat channel, and if you want to support us, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video. Let's keep the conversation going and see who else wants to join in on the fun. Your engagement help us bring you more